Live, okay. Call this meeting to order for the Lincoln County Plan Commission. First item is roll call.
Ed Harris.
Here.
Steve Clark.
Here.
James Brown.
Here.
Terry Miller.
Here.
Jerry Keegan.
Present.
Terry Stoffel. Todd Manfred. Bob Boland. John Beckler.
Here. Okay, we'll go ahead then. Is there a conflict of interest for the docket we have this evening? Hearing none, we'll go ahead then to consideration minutes from June 11th, 2025. I had a chance to read minutes.
Motion to approve the minutes.
Motion's been made. Is there a second?
Second. Good.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. We'll go ahead then to the first docket for new business. We have an application filed by Gabriel Ventures LLC requesting primary plat approval for Union Mills subdivision on property located at 100 North Huntington. So is the applicant here, like to come forward?
Yep.
State your name and address.
Tom Clooney, 6492 North, US Highway 24. And basically, all we are asking for is, we revised our plan, they said it needed to run back through, so we are just proposing 2 4-acre lots, and then the balance of that property is just gonna stay as ag. So that's our proposal.
Before you had a whole.
We did, yeah, we did.
Questions?
And this is coming as a plot because of the 3 splits. Gotcha.
It's already had a split since 2012, so one of those
One of those
4-acre pieces
kicked it
would
in.
have been one too many.
Okay. I figured that's what it was going.
Yep.
Anybody have any questions for the applicant? Okay, thanks. All right. Any discussion before we open this up to the public? Okay. Kim, do we have people signed in tonight, or we just open it up?
Well, we don't have anybody signed up, so you can just open it up and
Right. Okay.
I'll add your name to the list if they want to speak.
Yeah, so anybody here, you're welcome to come up and speak for or against this docket. You can come up and just state your name and address so Kim can document your comments. Anybody want to come up and speak?
My name is Steve Ozzie. I live at 2208 East, 100 North. I just have a couple of questions here. One was, why did we go from 15 to 2 lots? Did they run into drainage issues when they fixed the tile out there?
No. Not that I'm aware of.
Can I address Tom on that?
Sure. Well, not that.
Why did we go from 15 lots to 2?
There was really 3 reasons. One was, we got through the process, we got everything approved, and we had all the drainage stuff worked out. We had the 100-year plan and the whole 100 yards. But there was gonna be a significant increase in cost that came up as we were going through the secondary. Second thing was, when we were going back and forth with the power supplier, they're 200% higher than REMC through Duke Energy. And they had zero reimbursement program, which is kind of a big deal, because there's no way to recover any investment on that. And the third one, and this is almost a little bit different in today's society, but with no good, reliable internet, it is nearly impossible to sell a residential lot. It's probably the first or second question we get asked on anything we develop is, do you have internet? How good is it? How fast is it?
Well, I've talked to a couple of my neighbors and everything, and I've seen pictures of one of my neighbor's sons fishing in the yard. That is right here, back here in this corner. That floods. I mean, that,
And part of that was addressed by underneath the road, and that has been fixed.
I submitted some pictures to Kim on some water that was standing out there just this year after the last rain of a half inch. Are them present?
When was that?
Monday, was it, Kim?
When you sent the email for
Yes,
them,
ma'am.
it may have been Monday.
Did you share those pictures with the other people?
I did not.
Well, there's a flooding problem there. That has all water down through here in the back, basically all the way up to the neighbors on the corner, both corners. And my concern is, septic systems. You're gonna allow them to put septic systems in and that possibly flooding and leaching out contaminants into my neighbor's well, which is located here. And then there's another neighbor beside them. I mean, has anybody looked into this?
Alicia was supposed to be here tonight from the health department, so something must have come up, but regardless, they will not get approved of their secondary plat if there's not an ability to have septic in well. It will not go past the secondary approval.
But when that ground floods, and it will flood again. What are they gonna do then when the leach is out of their septic? And their fingers in the distribution boxes?
In the future, if you have a water problem, I would prefer that you call into the surveyor's office as opposed to DCQ.
Is the county gonna be reliable for that, or is Mr. Clinton gonna be reliable for that? If you continue to raise somebody's well, who's liable for it?
You're getting into a legal question.
It's gonna be a legal question for a lawyer.
So, well, it's a question for you guys. I mean,
Why is that a question for us?
because when you can take that under consideration as environmental,
All we do is meet the requirements of DCE. That's what we're here to address.
so is there anybody here from the county highway department that fixed that ditch, or fixed the tile?
No, Dave was not able to be here tonight. It's fall break, so he was out of town.
Well, the pictures I sent you, I wish you would share with them.
You share it with them, that has got nothing to do with me and my department. It just doesn't. You need to send that to the surveyors or to the highway department.
Why didn't you tell me that the other day when I came in?
I wasn't sure how old the pictures were. You didn't ask me to share it with anybody, you just sent me pictures and that's all it was.
Well, I sent you a letter the last time and you never read it out loud.
It was entered into the record though, so that's got nothing to do with tonight.
Well, I'm just gonna make a formal request. I want a copy of all the meetings that we've had past and this one, and my neighbors that have submitted letters.
You would need to turn in a FOIA request for those. You can do that through the commissioner secretary. Her name is Gretchen.
Gretchen?
Yeah, she's on the first floor. I think it's room 103.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
On their website, they might even have a form on there that you would fill out for that.
and then I'll get all the minutes,
You'll have to be specific as to what you want.
everything from each meeting.
Yeah, you can have the minutes and whatever copies of applications we have to file.
Okay, with the flooding that we know as neighbors out there, there's gonna be extra water runoff from the houses and everything. Is that taken into consideration? Where's all that water gonna go? Because neither neighbor has a culvert pipe for that water to keep running through. Are they gonna build up?
The ground culvert from where? Are you talking about the right of way of the road?
Yeah, the right way. After you hear there's no culvert pipe to this neighbor's drive, this neighbor's drive, and this neighbor's drive. So all that water's gonna stand in that area, correct? The extra water from the runoffs from the houses.
And this was reviewed by Aaron Carl from TE, which does the reviews for me because I'm not licensed. And to him, there was no issue with it, and he was fine with waiving. The sheeting should go onto the ground that is there, and it should be able to handle the absorption of the kind of water that is there now.
Even during heavy rains when that floods.
I mean, you can throw that out against any yard.
Yeah. Water stands in my yard. Perhaps, when it rains 2 inches.
All right. I'll send that to give copies to my others.
Okay, anybody else come forward, state your name and address?
Mine is Frank Cook, I'm at 2490 East, 100 North
Did you say last name Cook?
Cook.
Okay.
I guess I just have a question, this question maybe for Tom as well. I'm not understanding what we're trying to do here. Are we just dividing this into 2 4-acre lots? Resell to an individual, or, because the whole housing addition thing still got thrown off, I'm not sure.
I think the whole housing addition is not a dead in the water. He's gonna sell 2 4-acre, he's gonna sell 2
Yeah,
4-acre lots
we're-
at the front notch.
We're just selling 2 lots off, the rest of it staying.
Okay, so if a farmer buys them,
And there's a farmer that came in and is interested in buying, so.
okay, I was just trying to make sure we were all on the same page, but we're not trying to shove 15 houses in 8 acres now.
No.
No, they would have to ask for that. That-
Okay, I was just wanting clarification on what we were asking.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Okay, who else wants to come forward and speak? State your name and address, please.
Griffin Grundy, 2461 East Line North, Huntington.
I'm sorry, sir, can you say your name again?
Griffin Grundy,
Which
How
one
do
do
you
you
spell your
know?
last name?
BRUNDIGE.
Thank you, just for the minutes, thank you.
I'm right here. I think you just, Tom just said that they were gonna do the 4-acre lots right up here, right? And as far as the rest of that means, he said there's a farmer interested,
Yes.
and if he doesn't buy, it's still yours.
Yeah, it's, my intent today is just the 2 4-acre lots, which would be 2 houses, that's it. And it's not gonna be one where somebody can split, so it'll be 2 houses total. The rest of that would be maintained as pay ground. So if the ground doesn't sell, then Troy Wolf will probably be out there farming it like he has been for I don't know how long.
Well, I just wanted to make sure that, you didn't, we're gonna build in there and then, make you a spot where it's like, oh, later, let's go ahead and add another 4 houses back in there. Keep
No,
sneaking it back in there.
If we were gonna do that, I would have just held the original plan and developed it slowly. It just, because of the limitation of power and fiber, it just doesn't make sense.
Well, I think that's all.
Any other questions?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, who else wants to come up and speak? Anybody else? Okay, we'll close the public and we'll move this back to the Plan Commission for discussion. Is there any other comments? We've got information here that was provided to us from, we have findings of fact. Kim, is there anything that you want to discuss or anything?
No, no.
Okay. Anybody have questions before we start looking at the findings of fact?
Just to clarify, the storm and the drainage, septic, all of that is part of the next step of the development and approval.
His stormwater plans, am I right, Jerry, has already been approved by Aaron?
Yeah, they were at it.
So that's their approval for this phase 1, basically. and put a home on there if they want to.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. And Alicia never expressed any issues at all on her end with septic, and, her standing still finds A through D, that there's no issues on her end. She didn't have issues with 15 septic systems, but definitely not the 3, potentially.
Okay, so we go through each finding and vote.
So just clarifying here, as long as his plan, and we see what his plan is, it's laid out here, meets these findings of facts, I mean, he can do what he wants to do and how he wants to do it, right? And we're saying, hey, it's been looked at.
Within the ordinance.
Yeah, within the ordinance. I mean, it's been looked at as far as the flood waters and everything else, and we're being told it's good, correct?
Right.
So as long as that happens, then there's no reason to question
And I
this.
can't imagine that the highway department will have any problems with 3 potential new drives when they didn't have a problem with 15.
Right.
Yeah, so we can assume that that's probably okay to have potentially 3 new drives.
I mean, I'm not just doing
Right.
that for clarification, guys, I'm just saying, okay, I'm not seeing anything here that's there's still not any flags to me, you know?
Actually, it's better than nothing.
Right.
Right,
It's actually better, yes.
okay.
I also like it out there in the country where 4 acre lots instead of 2, with 200 foot front, we're trying to make. So I appreciate that too, shouldn't be a problem. Put a couple nice houses in there, which is that, right?
Just,
On the finding of facts, can we just read these all together and do it once?
Right.
I think we should do them individually and then vote on them, yeah, vote on each finding individually.
Okay.
and there is a clarification there, each lot are responsible for obtaining their own drive cut permits off County Road 100 North through
Correct.
Highway Department. So just state that before we go to the findings of fact, so. The commission may approve a primary plat only upon a determination in writing that the primary plat is in compliance with all applicable county codes and ordinances.
Indicated they are.
Yes.
Everybody okay with that?
Yes.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay. That passes, so we'll go ahead to B. Adequate water, septic, and sewage can be obtained for each proposed lot, subject to the requirements of 410 IAC 6-8.2 amended to County Ordinance 2011-04 as amended. And so we have their A through D of these findings from Alicia with the health department. So she's reviewed it, and there's no issues on her end.
And just to make a clarification, the wells for both lots 1 and 2 will be 75 feet away from the edge of the pavement in consideration of livestock operations across the road. So I think that's worth it.
Yes, good point. Yes, there is the livestock across the road, so that is a requirement.
So we're getting an indication that everything is good here with the septic and sewage being obtained on these lots, of course, they will have to do individual testing, I think, but
Right.
some of that's already been done, but, you know, the soil type there is consistent with being able to do that.
Well, she'd have to
Complete
make that
it's-
determination, yes. Specific to, whenever they.
When I talked to her, she's indicated that the individual, the soil types in that area don't give her any concern, that's what she's saying, okay?
Exactly. Based on the topography, the soil type, the area, she just knows, that she doesn't see the issues on her end. Does that mean there's 100% guarantee
No.
somebody could put a septic there? No,
Right.
not until soil testing comes back, but.
Okay. Everybody okay with these comments that have been made? Is there any other discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay. Well, that passes, so we'll go ahead then to C, adequate stormwater management facilities are provided for each lot.
as presented. Surveyor indicates everything's copacetic, so. Good for me.
And that was confirmed, as I said, by Aaron Carl, TE engineer.
Okay, are we okay, everybody on board with these comments, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Bruce, we'll go ahead then to D, adequate vehicular access facilities are provided for by the applicant.
I think that's obvious now that we don't have access for multiple lots, we just have individual lots down the highway, so I think we're more within parameters of these problems.
They have to,
They have to apply.
Well, that's for the, that's the next one, right?
Yep,
Driveway.
that's right.
This is addressing if he would have left his
The 15
lots,
lots.
and he's got diesel, XL, whatever, blah, 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 that's what I'm about. So I don't think it really applies very well here, I think we're okay. Good.
Okay, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, we'll go ahead then to, a county or state driveway approachment can be obtained for each lot with location approval.
It sure appears that way, but obviously it still comes down to applying and getting approved.
Based on comments from Dave at the last meeting when they were proposing the 15 lots, he had no concerns with that, so I'm certain he wouldn't have concerns with this. He even said that he didn't have concerns with this, he just wouldn't be at the meeting.
And 4 acre lots, that's gonna be adequate for the ability between driveways and that, so.
There's no hills out there.
Okay, all in favor of the comments, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, that passes. So, is there a motion?
Staff recommends the approval of this request as well, I'm seeing, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We're just approving this, we don't send this to nobody, right?
That's right.
You'll approve this, and then after a 30-day wait time, they'll come to plat committee with a secondary plat.
Right, we're just, my motion needs to be that we approve this.
Yes, that's right, not a recommendation, but an approval.
It's approved.
Make a motion that we approve docket PC-25-005.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, motion passes. Any other items for discussion for tonight's Plan Commission meeting?
No.
Anybody have anything? Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Motion's been made, is there a second? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, meeting's adjourned.
Sometimes it's like this.